and good morning students. Once again a very warm welcome to the English world of Aradhya. Myself Rasmin sir, imparting knowledge of English to the students of 9 to 12 standard in English medium. Students, today we will take up your third lesson from your supplementary reader, which starts. The title of the lesson is Journey to the End of the Earth, written by Tishani Doshi. Okay students, now in this particular lesson the writer draws our attention to the environment around us and also giving us the history about a particular continent where human habitation is hardly any, okay, which is snow covered all throughout the year. The name of the continent is Antarctica. So here she herself goes to that particular place and finds out what all the things around there are and what are the effects of the other continents on that continent. So from looking at the changes over there, we can see what can happen in the other continents where the human habitation is a lot. Okay, so we will just polish our knowledge or get some more understanding about this particular continent through this lesson. Okay, Journey to the End of the Earth. Before you read, if you want to know more about the planet's past, present, and future, the Antarctica is the place to go to. Bon voyage. Okay, means happy journey. Bon voyage. Those two words are written in French. So what she says is, if you want to go to this particular place, if you want to know the Earth's past, present, and future, planet means our Earth. They are talking about the Earth is the planet. Okay, and if you want to know about the past of the Earth, present of the Earth, and future of the Earth, then you must go to this particular place called Antarctica, which is a continent on the Earth. Okay. Early this year, I found myself aboard a Russian research vessel, the Academic Sokolsky. Now remember that particular name. Okay, Russian research vessel. Vessel means ship, which was going to this particular place. Its name was Academic Sokolsky. Okay, Russian name. Heading towards the coldest, driest, and windiest continent in the world, which is that Antarctica. So Antarctica is described as the coldest, driest, and windiest continent. Okay. My journey began 13.0 degrees north of the equator in Madras and involved crossing 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and at least as many ecosphere. Now students, it is interesting. It is not an ordinary journey. From almost middle of the globe, you are reaching the end of the globe. Okay, from one half to the end of it. Okay, so students, it is a very long journey. I'll show you from where she begins her journey. Suppose this is your globe. Okay, suppose here is the Antarctica. Here is the equator. Our India is 8 degree, just above. Equator is 0 degree. Just above it is the last point of India. That is 8 degree. And Madras is still here. So 13 degree. From here, 13.09 degree till here she goes. Understood, students? So it is a long journey. There are so many time zones. 9 time zones involved. Okay. Now if you go to USSR, in USSR there are maximum time zones. Okay. About 9 time zones are there. Sorry, 6 time zones are there in Russia. Then 6 checkpoints. Checkpoints means the borders of the different countries. And 3 bodies of water. So below India is what? Bay of Bengal, that side. Below that, Indian Ocean. And then as you go, some other water body also comes. So 3 water bodies and 3 ecosphere. So these many things were involved in her journey. So it was not an ordinary journey. Okay, later on we will be told that her journey lasted for 100 hours. Now in 100 hours she did not travel only by one particular vehicle. She traveled by car, she traveled by aeroplane, and she also traveled by ship. Understood? After that only she could reach that particular place. And as she moved ahead, you see, there were climatic changes also. In the equatorial region, climate was quite warm, okay, and enjoyable. Then as she went down, 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 then from tropical region, she comes to the temperate zone, and from temperate to frigid zone. So students, you see, climate is also changing gradually. So when you begin like this journey, what you require is, if a person wants to go from here India to here America, what he will require? He will require thermal wear, because these clothes that we wear over here, cotton clothes, they are useless over there. You cannot move in the cotton clothes over there because cold is extreme. So again, to protect your body against cold, extreme cold, you will require the thermal wear. Okay, even woolen clothes may not be enough. You need furry clothes. Inside you must wear some thermal wear. Okay, so then only you can keep your body protected against this biting cold. So you see, she goes from the hot region to the coldest part. It is written the coldest part of the earth, that is Antarctica, because here it is 90 degree, up also 90 degree, 90 degree north, 90 degree south. So that's why students, you see, here it is said that north of the equator in Madras, from here she started her journey. Okay, and involved crossing 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and at least as many ecospheres. So 3 water bodies and 3 ecospheres she covered. By the time I actually set foot on the Antarctica continent, I had been traveling over 100 hours in a combination of a car, an aeroplane, and a ship, as I told you. Okay, by the time she reached Antarctica, she had been traveling for 100 hours. That travel was continuous, and that was not in a particular vehicle, but it involved the car journey also, aeroplane journey also, and ship journey also. So my first emotion on facing Antarctica's expensive white landscape and uninterrupted blue horizon was relief. Okay, now it is almost, a student, a type of mission. You are going for a particular task, and suppose if you don't reach that spot, your task will remain incomplete. So your first target is what? To reach that spot. Then second target, to form your strategy over there. Looking at the condition around that, you will have to form the strategy to carry out your task. Understood? So first thing is to reach over there. And after reaching, you will feel somewhat relaxed. Okay, finally I have come. Now only thing is, I have to work out my strategy and then carry it out with the help of the other people. Okay. So here, that's why when she reached over there, she felt very much relaxed. Okay. She says that first I felt what? Very much relaxed. Okay. Followed up with an immediate and profound wonder. First thing was relaxation. Now finally I have reached. And second thing is, when she observed all around what she could see, only snow, 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 white landscape. And till wherever your eyes can reach, okay, till whatever limit you can see, everywhere snow, snow, snow. Sometimes snow glaciers, big, big glaciers. But again, they are of white color. So looking all around snow, how will you feel, students? A wonder. In such a huge area, not a tree, not a human being, nothing else, only white snow. So that sort of wonder even our writer also felt. Wonder at its immensity, means its size. The snow was so vast. In a vast area it was spread. Its isolation. And you might feel that in this particular region, equatorial region, or the around surrounding areas, you don't find so much snow, and here so much snow. Okay, so its immensity, its isolation, and you might feel that such a place where it is snow covered all throughout the year is just lying away from the human habitation. Okay, but mainly at how there could ever have been a time when India and Antarctica were part of the the same landmass. So she is more surprised, more wondering about a time when it is said that India and Antarctica were a part of each other. So when was it? It was not 1 or 2 years ago, it was not 100 or 200 years ago, but it was some lakhs of millions of years ago, students. Understood? So millions means lakhs. So that's why he says. Now let's talk about the past history of this particular place. 650 million years ago, 650 million, students, again you see, it means how much? 650 million, 1 million means 10 lakhs. So 650 million means 6,500 lakhs years ago. A giant amalgamated southern supercontinent, Gondwana, did indeed exist. Okay. So now the writer is talking about the what creation of this planet right from its first time. This is what just we can say an assumption by all the geographers. Okay, if you study in scripture it is different. Scripture means holy books. If you see the creation of the earth in the holy books, so in holy books different understanding is given. Here, according to geographers, it is said that 6,500 lakhs years ago, there was one single land form. Okay, there was one single land form in any shape that was known as Gondwana. Name is given. Okay, and in that only these parts were there. Then some cracks were developed, and due to these cracks, you see the in between the water filled up, and this land big plates started drifting away from each other, and that is how they went ahead and settled at particular place, and this is how we got our present world. In our present world, you see here you have got Asia, here Africa, here America, here South America, okay, here Australia, and here Antarctica. So like those you see, all those plates then gradually drifted from each other. But earlier they were combined. That's why the word used over here is amalgamated. Amalgamated yani combined. So that was a combined landform which was known as supercontinent, and its name was Gondwana. Okay. Did indeed exist, centered roughly around the present day Antarctica. Right now where Antarctica is there only it was this entire huge land mass. Things were different then, quite different then. Humans hadn't arrived on the global scene. So even if you see in the scripture, the first thing God did, okay, if you read the first few chapters of the Bible, Genesis, in that it is written that first God separated light from the darkness. Then he made all the stars and satellites and planets. And then on earth he first created all the types of plants and vegetables, plants, trees, bushes, all those things, natural vegetation. Then he created all the animals and birds and insects and all those. And finally he wanted somebody to look after all this, to rule over all this. So he created man. And when man was feeling lonely, he created out of man only the woman. Okay, he induced the man into deep sleep. And when he was sleeping, he took out one of his rib cage. Okay, rib from the rib cage, and out of that rib only he created woman. So woman was created from man. And after that he felt that his creation work was over. So if we see, the same thing is talked over here. Okay, that time humans had not come on this earth. That is what geographers are saying. And this particular earth was filled with even climate was much warmer. So climate was very warm. Okay, hosting a huge variety of flora and fauna. Okay, means the flora means vegetations and fauna means animals and birds. Okay, students, so that time there were huge variety of flora and fauna. Why? Climate was warm. Now you might wonder, sir, warm climate में कैसे होगा? तो warm climate में ही सबसे ज़्यादा life होती है. Okay, if you go to the cold region, what will happen? How many birds you see? Tell me. Only one bird, penguin, which cannot even fly. It can just walk but cannot fly. Okay. And animals, if you talk about the animals of the cold region, they may be polar bear, seal, just one or two countables. Okay. The dogs who are attached to those sledges. Okay. Reindeer, those are attached to those sledges. Only 3-4 animals. But if you come to the tropical area, equatorial area, where it is very warm, so you see how many animals and birds are there. Around us only we see rat, cat, dog, okay. So many birds, pigeon, sparrows, okay. So many reptiles you see, the water animals, sea creatures. So many we find only in the tropical zone. But in frigid zone you see, we get hardly 3-4 animals. So that's why it is said that this was the powerhouse of the species, different living organisms. So that time it is said that time climate was much warmer, and because of that warm climate only you see there was this flora and fauna. For 500 years Gondwana thrived, but around the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out and the age of the mammals got underway, the landmass was forced to separate into countries, shaping the globe much as we know it today. So, how was today's Earth formed? Earlier it is said that it was one combined landmass. Okay, then some cracks were developed in that, and gradually, because of those cracks, those part of the land just drifted away from each other. Okay, that time it is said that even dinosaurs had just wiped out from the earth. Before that, dinosaurs were there. Okay, and the age of the mammal had just got underway. Mammal means the animals who are giving birth to the young ones. They don't hatch eggs, but they give birth to the young ones. So they are known as mammals. Okay, and the landmass was forced to separate. That time it is said when the mammals came onto this earth, that time the earth was forced to separate into different landforms, and that's why those different landforms went into different direction, and that is how we got our present world. Okay. To visit America now is to, Antarctica now is to be a part of that history, to get a grasp of where we have come from. Grasp means understanding, and where we could possibly be heading. It's to understand the significance of Cordilleran folds and Precambrian granite shield. Okay, students. So here Cordilleran folds means mountainous folds that we normally find in mountains, and Precambrian means 570 million years ago, means 5,700 years ago. How were the granite shields? Ozone and carbon, evolution and extinction, how the different species of life came into this earth, and how the big species like huge species like dinosaurs, mammoth, all those were wiped out. Okay, they became extinct, and new species of life came into this earth. When you think about all that can happen in a million years, it can get pretty mind-boggling. When you think that all these things, all these changes took place in million years, then when you think like this, it is what mind-boggling. Mind-boggling means it is very much confusing. Okay. Then imagine India pushing northwards, jamming against Asia to buckle its crust and form the Himalaya. Just imagine at that time, India got separated from this. It went up, up. Some other landmass was already there up. It went earlier than India. and India went over there and joined it, and there only the Himalaya was formed. So huge Himalaya. Okay, when we just imagine all these things, students, it looks very interesting. South of America drifting off to join North America. Here I told you, here is North America, this is South America. So some broken part went to this side, some broken part went to this side. Okay. South America drifting off to join North America, opening up the Drake Passage to create a cold circumpolar current. Okay. So this is a particular current which is just present in that area, polar region, keeping Antarctica frigid, desolate. Because of that current only, you see Antarctica remains frigid. Okay, and desolate. Desolate means just deserted. Nobody stays over there. And at the bottom of the world, this is the entire world, and at the bottom you find Antarctica. Understood, students? So I think we will just stop over here. So far you have got much more understanding about this particular planet. Still there is a lot of things to be learnt. Okay, just now we have just talked about its past, how it was formed, how it came into existence. Okay, now we will see what are the effects in the present time, and because of those effects, how will be it in future. So all those things, students, we will see in my next video. So till that time, stay fit, stay fine, have a good day. God bless you. Thank you.